Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Deja Studdard with sports. For the first time in program history, Worthen Arena will be the home of the Ball State gymnastics team. The team begins its season in the new setting this weekend. The gymnastics team is getting ready for their first meet of the year this Sunday the 13th in Worthen Arena. They're having a red and white inner squad, which means that the Ball State team will be divided in two and they'll be playing a little friendly competition against one another. Head coach Joanna Salim shares her perspective on the season.
We have been practicing for a long time here during preseason. We get going right after the young ladies get back into school. So we have been practicing since September. And to be in the gym and getting routines ready is always really exciting and fun, but it starts to get a little monotonous, and we're at that point where the gymnasts are ready to get out on the competition floor and show the fans, and that's the fun part of the season.
Their first meet will have a large panel of judges featuring several prominent people in the Muncie community, including Ball State President Paul Ferguson, Burst Laboratory School Principal Don Miller, amongst several others. Jayla Washington is a junior who has been on the gymnastics team for 3 years and feels prepared for the upcoming season.
I'm really excited. We have, 4 new freshmen, so I think they'll be a really great asset to our team. We have a lot of depth on our team this year, which I think will be really good. So we have lots of girls that we can put in and out of our lineups.
Their second meet will be in Lexington, Kentucky, Friday, January 8th at 7 p.m. The gymnastics team hopes to better its 3-10 overall record from last year.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Nationally, sexually transmitted diseases are on the rise, and Ball State is working to help. Deja Studdard has more.
State's sexual health has declined since 2014. Registered nurse at Indiana University Ball Memorial Hospital shares what you can do to stay healthy.
Piece of advice for both male students and female students: don't be embarrassed to go to your physician to be seen. That's the biggest thing that I've noticed with being embarrassed to get looked at when it comes to your private parts. You know what I mean? Those are health professionals. They've seen it all, trust me, that and worse.
Some students may be embarrassed, and some students may have never been taught about sexual health. Professor of philosophy Jen Rowland has studied that higher rates of sexually transmitted diseases are often related to abstinence-only education.
What abstinence-only education means is that you have to teach that abstinence is the best means for avoiding STIs and avoiding teen pregnancy.
Educating yourself and choosing the best option for you is the only way to be safe. Counselor Lauren Pucci shares sexual health lessons with students at the university.
Oftentimes there's a lot of stigma that goes around STDs, so it's not just the physical consequences, but the emotional ones, the social ones that go with it. So kind of asking them, like, how are you doing with that? Like, what happened, or whatever they'd want to tell me, but then eventually getting to a point where we can talk about resources.
Ball State University has provided several resources in the residence halls as well as the health center. Muncie, Indiana, NewsLink, Deja Studdard.
Students at Ball State can schedule an appointment at the health center for any of their health needs.
With homecoming just a few days away, everyone is gearing up for the week of events leading up to the big game. Even some people you may not think of. NewsLink's Deja Studdard has the story.
The countdown begins just a few days away from homecoming week. It's not just the football coach or the players that make homecoming what it is, but it's other factors like local businesses that create this annual tradition. General Manager of the Cub, Kyle Rain, speaks on how his company gets ready for homecoming week.
It's basically where we've got 3 days of business packed into about 2 hours. So you just wake up you get plenty of sleep, try to wake up in a good mood, come to work, and try to just prepare for a line to the sidewalk for about 3 hours. The deal in here, though, is everybody I work with are good friends of mine. We have a ton of fun.
But that's not all of the preparation. University Police Chief Jimmy Duckham explains the task of what police workers must do in order to keep students safe. Do you all do anything differently?
No, we pretty much address homecoming like we would do any other football game, except the crowd is larger. So we'll have officers at the tailgate section, we'll have officers at the stadium, we'll have officers on traffic control. We're just here to make sure that the event runs smoothly and people enjoy the day, quite frankly.
Whatever the day brings, sponsorship and video production chair of the Homecoming Committee, Matt King, thinks it'll be fun.
It's still the same event, but every year it's getting bigger and better, and the numbers are more and more and more. So it's just exciting to see what it's going to look like this year.
Muncie, for NewsLink Indiana, Deja Studdard reports.
For more information about the week of events, you can head online to bsu.edu.